Hello everyone, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. So if you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you another Let's Play episode of Echo, Jenna's Path. So the last place we left off, we got into a little bit of a trailer park beatdown with Brian. But I have to say, Leo wasn't doing himself any favors by actually bullying Clint and Jenna's brother, Jeremy. Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't doing himself any favors. He's just coming across more and more like an a-hole, and I do not like it. So, God, Leo. You started so strong, and you turned into a crazy person. But anyway, guys, let's jump right back into it. Don't forget, I don't know why I'm saying the ending part yet. Okay, let's go. Alright. Alright, alarm chain, you are up. Alright, let's do this. So close. Not really, man. I'm about to say something else when I feel the wolf's large arms embrace me. Sorry. The sensitive moment catches me off guard after the brutality which was just on display. Instead of embracing him in return, I'm left feeling uneasy. Sorry? Why are you sorry? He doesn't immediately respond, seeming to ignore the question. You okay? Oh, just dizzy. My neck's swollen, it still kind of hurts to talk and swallow. He pulls back a little and looks to the horizon. Everything's red for me now. Huh? Leo doesn't respond, and I pull back to look at his face. He seems kind of distant, probably concussed. I glance back to where Jeremy and Clint were and notice they're gone, no trace of them to be seen. I think for a moment that I see the familiar white fur of Misha's head and shoulders in the distance, but he's well out of sight by now. God damn, Misha saved you, you know that? You saved me? I blink, furrowing my brow some. No, that was Misha, the short bat guy. Hope he's gonna be okay. He's fast and wily. He should be fine, especially once Brian's adrenaline wears off. Thanks, Jula. I love you. Ooh. I'm struck by the gentleness of his statement, his tone genuine, if dazed. The frayed mess of nerves that I am right now, hearing that soothes me just a little. Sure, Leo, love you too. Let's get you back to the motel. I look down at the tattered remains of Leo's shirt as we stand up together. Christ, this wasn't productive at all, was it? We limp our way back to my sedan, and after helping Leo back into the seat, we make our way back to the motel. Jeez. Man, what a clusterfuck. God, you're heavier than I remember. Only where it counts. A wry smile is visible on his muzzle, the battered wolf clearly still loopy from all the blows to the head. Or at least that's what I hope the explanation is. He keeps squeezing my side as I struggle to keep him upright. With my free hand, I dig around in my pocket and search for the Echo Motel keycard. The task is made all the more difficult by the pawing ministrations of Leo, who I keep having to bat away. For fuck's sake, Leo, I'm genuinely pissed at you. We almost died, and you blew our chance to find Carl easily. I don't even know how I'm going to begin to explain this all to the cops. Leo makes a dismissive noise. I'll handle it. You don't gotta worry. I prop Leo up against the wall, giving him an incredulous look. Does he not even process what would have happened if Misha and I hadn't stepped in to help him? Leo, you just pissed off some kind of trailer park drug kingpin who now knows exactly who you are. That should concern the hell out of you. Nah. There's a distant look in his eyes. Before I have time to further chastise what an idiot he's being, I hear a voice call out from behind me. He's like, Hey! Jenna's holding a small plastic bag with the words "Thank you" printed on it over and over again in bold red lettering. Chase, where were you? What's going on? Leo's expression goes a little more flat, his tail unmoving behind him. Jenna. The wolf greets her curtly, eliciting a perplexed face from the fox. I leave for 20 minutes, and of course Leo is now beaten and shirtless. She gives me a stern look. What happened? I let out a sigh, pinching the tip of my nose before letting my paw flop down to my side. Leo tried to interrogate the Tetanus Alley crew by himself. And I was doing fine until that squeaky-voiced fat-ass showed up. Brian, I clarify. Oh, shit. She reaches into her pocket, taking her own keycard and sliding into the door. Come on, let's get you inside. There's some basic medical supplies in the bathroom. I'll see what I can scrounge up. I think he's got a concussion? Yeah, I don't need to tell you that you shouldn't let him fall asleep. I actually heard that's just a myth. I'm right here, you know. You can talk to me. I would if I think it would do any good, but you obviously don't listen to anything we say, as evidenced by this latest stunt. God, Leo, why are you so stupid? You're an adult. Jenna pushes the door open and I help Leo inside. I'm not trying to look directly at him, but judging by the tenseness of his muscles, I can tell he's definitely not digging Jenna's scolding. We walk Leo over to one of the beds and help him sit down, carefully, so he doesn't smush his own tail. Easy now, big guy. The wolf palpably softens at those words, and I think I catch a slight, sad smile pass towards my direction. Despite all his idiocy, we did just survive near death together. He pats my lower back some, just as Jenna shuts the door behind us. I should probably text TJ. He's doing these sports medicine courses, so he might be able to help us out a bit. He'll have to continue the search with Flynn after you didn't show up. Though, honestly, I think we should drive him to the urgent care down in Peyton. I look up at Leo, anticipating his response before he even speaks. I'm fine. Leo. I said I'm fine, yeah? You shouldn't be babying me. You shouldn't be babying over me while Carl's still out there. You're right. We shouldn't be having to do this at all. Jenna walks past us both in a glowering look of maternal disappointment before heading into the bathroom. She does drop the bag of food next to us on the bed, though. Ordinarily, I'd be concerned about getting grease on the covers, but considering the circumstances, I pull out a styrofoam container from the bag and pop it open. Inside are 2 grilled cheese sandwiches, with toast, eggs, and bacon pushed off to the side. It looks kind of haphazardly put together, but my grumbling stomach doesn't mind. I hand Leo a grilled cheese and take some bacon for myself. You feeling dizzy? Any sudden sharp head pains? Just some throbbing. But that's about par for the course when I'm around you. He grins for a flicker of a second before taking a huge bite of the sandwich. I can't help but stare at him wide-eyed, my face burning. It's not that I'm super offended by the flirting or anything, but now, of all the times to do it? Leo swallows down a handle, a mouthful of bread and cheese. Judging by his expression, he doesn't seem to be a big fan of the taste. Nah, sorry, just getting sleepy. I reach up, clutching his shoulder. Hey, come on, don't pass that on us. You know you can't do that now. Jenna returns with some hydrogen peroxide, gauze, and what looks like a bottle of acetaminophen. I sent out a message to the group chat letting them know what's going on. The signal was being kind of weird for a second, but it said sent. Jenna sits down beside the wolf with her can of disinfectant, to which Leo visibly recoils. I can do it, just give it to me. The Fennec's brow furrows, and she actually pulls back the can. No, that is not how you're going to treat me right now. Like you treat me like shit, yeah? What? I know you've been talking ill of me behind my back, trying to keep Chase away. Jenna stares dumbfounded at Leo. I am absolutely baffled by your priorities right now. I'm going to assume this is the head trauma speaking. So what if it is? You know it's true. Leo shifts his gaze to me. She has, hasn't she? I sigh. I really wasn't prepared to deal with this confrontation right now. I probably should have spent more time with you to make sure you didn't do anything like you just did. No, Chase, this is not your fault. The sooner Leo realizes he's the one making mistakes, the sooner we can rally and figure out what we're going to do next. For Carl, remember him, the person we're actually trying to find? I wince, having agreed with the first part of what Jenna said, but it's definitely gone a step too far. Jenna, we're all concerned about Carl. I take the antiseptic spray and begin shaking the can before spritzing it on a few of Leo's wounds. The wolf barely even reacts. His pain tolerance was always pretty heavy growing up. He'd win pretty much every game of slap hands or punch you, punch me that Flynn and Carl devised. I used to find that sort of toughness attractive. Guys, let's focus. Jenna holds up the flat of her palm toward me, speaking with a curt tone. Chase, you don't really believe Leo was doing this out of the genuine goodness of his heart, right? That he has some deep compassion for Carl. Hell, I've spoke with Carl online these past few years. Leo basically stopped talking to him the moment you left for college. That is 3 whole years of not giving a damn. Leo's jowls pull back along the corners of his maw for a moment before he reaches up and clutches his temple. That's real hypocritical of you to say. Don't. Jenna looks up at the ceiling, her usual cool and collected demeanor gone. It's clear Leo's actions have pushed her past the point of calm understanding. Don't what? Don't stop you from laying into me while you're guilty of the same? Yeah, you left everyone behind, didn't you? Jenna looks stunned for a moment before her brow furrows once again. Oh yes, Leo, a completely unjustified decision. Unrelenting neglect, abuse, and traumatic influence is no reason to distance oneself from the sacred nuclear family unit. It's not often that Jenna outright expressed what went on in her tiny house growing up. We all figured she wasn't keen on representing herself as someone to be pitied, so we generally didn't pry. Her bringing this up now definitely means this is a touchier subject, and Leo knows this. After this outburst in your latest behavior, is it any wonder that we don't reach out to you much anymore? Leo's unfocused gaze shifts from Jenna to me, and back again. Chase talks to me. I squeezed Leo's shoulder. Guys, Carl, let's focus on Carl. What are we going to do about him? I flashed Jenna a pleading look. Yeah, he still messages me from time to time. I squeezed harder. He says he misses me, that he can't wait to see me again. That he misses us being together. What? Jenna peers at Leo incredulously, her arms folded across her chest. When no one says anything in response, she unfolds her arms, her expression softening some. Wait, seriously? Her attention shifts to me. You've been texting Leo that you want to get back together this whole time? No, not really. I mean, I barely text him. It's always late at night. Leo speaks with a droll monotone. My phone flashes and it's you. You bring up all the old times we messed around and how you want to do it again. You get kinda intense, too. Like last time when you talked about, you know, how you wanted me in you again. Leo, for fuck's sake! My face absolutely burns. I want to just throw my paw over his muzzle and shut him up. How could he be bringing this up at a time like this? Or bringing it up at all? Jenna's brow is raised high now. Before she can say anything, Leo speaks again, gesturing forward with jittery movements. I'm not fucking lying, yeah? I can show you the text. I saved them. You got rid of them the next morning. Every time. And all throb pounds within my head. The intruder's thoughts as pointed as Jenna's gaze, which is very much aimed at me now. They made you feel guilty. Out of everything, that's what you feel guilty about? Okay, wow. Neither of you told me any of this. I practically want to scream now. Carl! Let's focus on Carl! Anything to get the spotlight off me. Well, it really wasn't pertinent. It was just a couple times over the span of 3 years. Chase. It is. At least somewhat. She hesitates a second, trying to find some gentle phrasing as she shifts her weight from one foot to the other. Not the nitty-gritty details, of course, unless we were all particularly inebriated. She looks between the two of us. At the very least, it partially explains Leo's behavior. Though, I'm not saying it justifies it. Huh, there you go again. I'm right here, and you're still talking right over me. He hunches forward some. You're injured, Leo. Plus, your words and actions have been exceptionally irrational lately, so forgive me if you aren't given a spot at the grown-up table. Leo ignores her, beginning to mumble. I noticed the screen just got a little darker. What is going on? At first, I was confused. Why were you acting like this? Trying to take my chance away to make things right. You've always been cruel, but never this bad, yeah? Cruel? Jenna lets out an amused but exhausted noise, pinching the bridge of her muzzle. Are you implying that I'm stealing Chase from you? As if he were an object to be conquered and taken? That is a regressive... Leo starts talking in that same deadpan voice before Jenna finishes. You know what you're doing. Attitude towards someone you claim you understand so deeply. Jenna continues speaking even throughout the wolf's words. But hey, that's just who you are. Leo, please relax. Stop talking. I begin wrapping gauze around some of the disinfected wounds. It's hard to tell and difficult to focus with what's going on, but some of these might require some stitches. His large head turns to look at me, but his pupils are behind his half-open eyelids. Just close my eyes and fall asleep. Wait, no, don't do that! And then you're right there with me again. Jenna's nostrils flare, exasperated. I'm about to smack him awake. I frown. Don't do that either. You came down to Echo to surprise me the other week. I thought that was really nice of you, showed you cared. I have no clue what he's talking about. For the past few weeks, I've been cramming for midterms and streaming old movies with Vincent in my dorm room. For a moment, I think. Jenna gives me a slightly accusatory look, but doesn't say anything. Instead, she grabs a few strips of bacon before walking to the other side of the room and checking her phone. Okay, the signal is completely messed up. My bars are bouncing up and down like they're on a trampoline. She holds her phone higher, squinting at it. Meanwhile, I'm trying to keep Leo upright as I wrap a particularly nasty-looking gash on his arm. He must have cut himself when he fell down. Maybe a tetanus shot is in order when we get to the doctor, too. You were kind of thin, which is cute, but you should eat more. I was gonna have Pops cook you those hamburgers with the jalapeno ketchup you liked. He's not really making much sense at the moment, but at least the focus isn't on me anymore. I have a feeling I'm going to get a bit of a scolding from Jenna later, though. I always thought Leo's dad's burgers were kind of iffy, but I never wanted to be rude. The goatee, though? You shaving it was kind of funny. You were so proud of that thing. But it was like you were doing everything you could to be cute for me. Jenna's frowning deeply at her phone now. Whether it's because of what Leo said or something on her screen is unclear. Without looking, Leo brings up a giant paw and squeezes the end of my chin. I quickly push it away, and he seems surprised for a moment when he feels the untrimmed scruff. Yeah, the screen is getting creepy! Huh. Is that really you, Chase? I catch Jenna peering pointedly at the wolf before glancing back to her phone. I'm thinking maybe we should start driving to the clinic now. I'm not even sure if the others got my text, and this stupid phone can barely buffer the messaging app. I've tried both it and standard SMS. I reach into my pocket and pull out my phone. A spot where the bars indicating service and Wi-Fi aren't there anymore. At least at first. I think I see them flicker back on for a second before disappearing again. I've never seen it do this before. Yeah, my Wi-Fi's messed up too. I press my thumb over the power button. I guess I'll try turning it off and on again? Jenna frowns. I suppose there's no point in checking my laptop. She lets out a long exhale before shoving her phone back into her pocket and looking at me. Before I give up entirely, let me try your phone real quick. You've always had the best signal. That is, unless you've got something on there you'd rather not show me. Her tone is idle and nonchalant, but her words are definitely meant as a jab. Hey, come on. I let go of Leo, giving the fennec my best annoyed look. I can explain all this later. It's just been bad timing with... And then Leo goes still. I turn to look into his eyes and notice they're still open. Oh, fuck me! Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, fuck. I did not expect that. Oh, my God. Oh, God. But there's... Oh, shit. But there's something behind him. Hey. What? I step back. Leo mumbles something inaudible. The figure behind him stands still, its body blurred and dark, like the light of the room won't touch it. It's like staring at a funhouse mirror, except the thing in front of me isn't following my movements as I back further and further away. There's a gasp from the corner of the room. Chase! Jenna's voice comes after a few seconds of silence. What is that? She speaks in a half-yell, half-whisper. I don't know. I respond without thinking. The figure still stares at me. As I back away, I notice that its socketed eyes follow me without it ever moving its head. My foot catches the edge of a suitcase, and I have to quickly grab the dresser so I don't tumble over. I suck in a sharp breath between my teeth, my heart pounding. No reaction. 10 seconds have passed now, and this thing is still here. Leo stirs, but only somewhat. His eyes roll back into his head, and he turns slightly toward the direction of the doppelganger. Only then does it begin to move as well. It rests a shadowy furred paw on Leo's own. What should I do? Don't touch him. Yeah, don't fucking touch him, you fucking creepy-ass fucking doppelgang motherfucker. Oh my god, that looks exactly like the remote I have. Why am I focusing on that? Don't touch him. I wince as the words leave my mouth, spoken without thought. Chase, don't! Why? His voice is garbled and sounds nothing like me. Like a clipped soundbite from an old cassette tape. Just don't hurt him! Leo lays there, conked out and helpless. It's such a contrast from the fuming predator striking at Brian I saw just 30 minutes ago. You've hurt him plenty. No! I try to swallow, finding my throat dry. Leo's lips move again, and this time I can hear him clearly. I love you. Love you too. He speaks in my voice this time, crystal clear with no distortion. I wish he would have told me that. I wouldn't have done that multi-tone voice. The affectation is slightly perturbed, and I realize it's how I sounded when I responded to Leo earlier. Fucking hell, that was creepy as hell. Its shadowy visage fades into the surroundings. Fuck. Until it's completely gone. I can feel the goosebumps beneath my fur subside, and breathing is somehow easier all of a sudden, the air less thick. Leo sits up, still in a sleepy daze. He clutches at his paw, and feeling nothing there, a confused and sad expression crosses his white face. I finally look over to Jenna, who's backed against the bathroom door. She rubs her eyes, seemingly looking on in disbelief. Neither of us say anything, trying to process what the hell that was. It felt like a dream, but one I could actually feel. The room itself had a sort of ozony smell to it, but that's completely gone now. Surprisingly, Leo is the first to speak. Thank you, Chase, he says, still looking at his paw. What? It's all I can say. One of Leo's ears flick and he turns his attention back to me. For being here for me. Jenna walks up, touching the space where the doppelganger was moments ago. What the fuck? She reaches down, grasping her wrists and checking her pulse, pinching herself a few times while she's at it. Was I drugged? You saw that too, right, Chase? I nod, trying to speak, but only croaking sound comes from my throat at first. I cough, then try again. I saw it. I think that was the thing from my dream. Oh no. No, 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 no! Jenna turns, walking back toward the bathroom door. God, Chase, don't say that! The thought clearly appears to unnerve her. I'm sorry, but that was real. There has to be an explanation for whatever that was. I'm about ready to start looking for hidden cameras here. I glance down at my suitcase and spot the familiar orange handbox container that I keep my camera equipment in. If only I had gotten whatever that was on film. I exhale, noticing that my legs are still shaking. It's all so familiar. Oh my god, guys, that was horrifying. Oh, the fact that it was fucking animated made it all that much worse. Oh my god. That was terrifying. Oh my god. Just walks up on the screen like, hey, how you do? No. No. We're not doing Shadow Chase today. Oh, Lord. But anyway, guys, it's been a new episode of Echo. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and to ring that notification bell for the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!